viewers, welcome to Echoes with Flo. This is a podcast where we give voice to the stories of women, their stories of resilience, healing, and transformation. My name is Florence Okitona, and I'm your host for this program. With me today is Mrs. Lisa Akula Manomi, and she's a thyroid survivor. Thyroid is at the base of our neck, is one of the organs in our bodies that controls our metabolism, and it is responsible for everything that happens within our body. Today, she's going to be telling us her story of thyroid malfunction, her healing process and transformation, and how it's affected her mentally, socially, and otherwise. Welcome, Mrs. Lisa Manomi, and today we're going to be listening to your thyroid story. Can you tell us how you got to know that you were diagnosed how you got to know that you had thyroid malfunction and what you did afterwards?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah.
When I noticed I had thyroid, it wasn't easy. At first, I was weighing 80 kg. Within just a month, I lost weight to 40 kg.
Wow.
So I was like, I went to hospital, run some tests. Everything was negative. I now came back home. I started losing weight, hair loss, palpitation, my heart beats. I was dark. All of a sudden, things begin to change. So then I lost my mom. May her soul rest in peace.
Yeah, so rest in peace.
So I was in my sister's house. We were there. And then a neighbor came in from Gold Heart Foundation. Her name is Mrs. Florence.
That was me.
That was her. She came in and saw me. What happened? Why are you losing weight? I said, I don't know. Did you do anything? I said, I went to the hospital. They ran some tests and everything was negative. And then she now said, can I raise my neck? I raised it up. She looked at me. She said, you have thyroid. And I said, what is that again? She now said, okay, I should stretch my hands up. And then everywhere was just shaking. Immediately, she now said, leave what you are doing and rushed to the hospital. I said, okay. I rushed in only for me to go there. And then they now find out that the thyroid was high.
Wow. Before she continues, I want to say something private to her journey of discovery, of diagnosis, of healing, and everything. Before she was diagnosed, she actually thought she had a spiritual affliction because she had done all tests and she discovered that there was nothing. She ran tests of typhoid, malaria, even blood counts. They found nothing on her until she did the thyroid test. So please, I want you to continue from there. She thought she was being afflicted spiritually. So she had started praying. She had started going from one prayer house to the other before I met her. So I want you to continue from there, please.
From there, anytime if I'm talking to my sister, she would like, why are you opening your eyes to me? Your eyes are bulgy. I said, no, there's nothing, no. She now said, are you sure it's not your village people that are seriously moving towards you? And I said, I don't think so. I went from one place to another thinking that all this is from my village people. Let me just put it that way. But actually, Mrs. Florence came to my aid, helped me. And then from there, I went to the hospital.
So when you were diagnosed, Mrs. Lisa, what type of thyroid disease were you diagnosed with? You know, there are several thyroid types of thyroid diseases. So what type were you diagnosed with?
It's called grape disease, hyperthyroidism.
Wow.
It's the one that is very high, makes you to lose so much weight.
Wow.
And then heart rate is always high. As I said earlier, I lost so much weight within 1 month.
Wow. So, what hospital were you receiving treatments, and what support did you get from the doctors? Were they surprised, or did they have others who had been diagnosed by this disease and were on treatment before you got to the hospital? Or was it that the disease was strange to them in the hospital where you went?
Well, actually, at that period, I just finished breastfeeding my second child. So when I went, they say it was actually very high. So I started taking medication. I went to Jude, that's Jos University Teaching Hospital. Dr. Udo, I started with him. When he now noticed it, he said, "Madam, you really survived this," because it was actually very high, the pH. So from there, I started carbimazole and propanol. So gradually, I was on it. Then I got pregnant.
Ha!
And he said, among 10 women, you can only have 1% of women that has thyroid and pregnancy. And then now that
Yes,
I'm among...
it causes infertility.
Yes, because it runs the system. So he was like, I now said, can I survive it? He said, why not? There are medications to back it up. So from there, we now started taking medication with pregnancy and thyroid.
Wow, that must have been much for you. So emotionally and socially, how did it affect you and your family, friends, and neighbors? How did it affect your relationship with others, especially your husband and your children?
My husband was not happy at all. He was like, for how long this will continue? I was not happy because I hardly go out.
Wow.
Even if I move out, I'm walking, I can easily fall. And then I'll just stood up and then continue my movement from there. My family, when my mom saw me before she died, she cried. She said, this is not my daughter. Because I was dark. Somebody now approached me and now asked me, Madam, what happened? Is it that you had HIV? I just smiled. I said, how I wish. Because thyroid is something that is more than HIV, if I can say. Because within a period of time, you will lose weight. People don't recognize me. I will walk and pass you and greet you. They won't even recognize me because I lost so much weight.
So sorry about that.
It's just bone that you are seeing at that moment.
So was there any time that you were isolated or stigmatized? Let me use that word. Were you stigmatized? Did people not want to move close to you because of the disease? Was there a time that it happened like that?
Yes, there was a time like that.
Wow.
Because people think that I have a special case that they don't want to come closer to me. So going out was hard for me. I always want to stay indoors with my children. Wow. Even when the hospital insisted that I should just come so that they will admit me, I refuse. I say people will not even come and greet me because they are running away thinking that I have a spiritual problem. So at that period, I was isolated.
Oh, Jesus. So I'm sure you must have felt really sad because of the stigmatization that you felt during that period of isolation. What would you tell anyone that is going through the same thing now? What advice will you give to anyone who is going through what you went through, like the stigmatization, the isolation? What will you tell them? What can they do to survive? Because I'm sure that time you had your survivor strategies of not allowing people to stigmatize you. How did you cope with the stigmatization?
At that period, I lost my beauty. I was not really looking good. So I tried by all means to cheer myself up, to be happy, smile, eat good food. If I can, I will eat what I want to eat at that moment. And then taking enough fruits really help me. Oh. Anytime if I'm alone, I try to make myself happy, even if it is for me to carry my makeup, paint myself anyhow, just to be happy within me. And then thank God to my husband that he was supportive. He understood at that period what I was passing through. So anytime that he is in town, he always come to cheer me up.
Oh, so that means we should create more awareness to husbands of those who are diagnosed with thyroid malfunction. Please, if your wife has been diagnosed or is going through all these symptoms that Mrs. Lisa has told us about, please try to do the thyroid function test. And if you're a husband to a sufferer of thyroid, we urge you to be supportive and not isolate them. Because if she didn't have a supportive husband, I know that her healing process would have been slower. So what did you do when you came out of it? Is there any way that you tried to create awareness to others who had it and did not know? Did you try to make them know that this is what is wrong with them? Did you try to create awareness about the thyroid disease?
Yeah, I did. And actually, like 2 persons, when I saw them with it, I now asked them some questions. The way Mrs. Florence did to me, I did also to them.
Yeah, that's really good.
And when I now saw that all the symptoms, they have it, I now directed them to Jude.
To your own doctor?
Yes, I now directed them there. From there, they now, starts their medication. After then, they were very fine now.
Wow. What do you think, or what do you wish that you had known and you would like to tell our viewers today? What would you wish you had known before the journey of thyroid first and during your medication, your treatment, and now that you're out of treatment? What do you wish you had known and you would have done better than you did?
I wish I know what is thyroid first before I even have it.
Wow.
Yes, it would have been easier. But because I was not aware at that period, but thank God to Gold Heart Foundation, when they came in, and then the awareness was huge. They opened my eyes more to know more about it. And then taking iodine is very, very important. So I think because of the lack of the iodine that I don't have on my system contributed to it.
So it's not everyone, I just want to correct something, it's not everyone that has a thyroid malfunction that should take iodine. There are several types of thyroid malfunctions. If yours is hyperthyroidism, that means you like iodine. There is hypothyroidism, that is another type of thyroid malfunction. So don't say because Mrs. Lisa took iodine, then when you have your own thyroid malfunction, you will now start taking iodine. Wait for the doctors to prescribe it for you before you start taking it. And then, if you have some of these symptoms that Mrs. Lisa has, please go to the nearest laboratory. We have so many laboratories in Nigeria that you can go and do a thyroid function test there. Go there and have your thyroid tested and follow up with treatment so that you can be out of it. I just want to say that the thyroid is not a death sentence. It affects anyone. It can affect a woman. It can affect a man. It can affect children, because there are children that live with thyroid malfunction. And it can even affect elderly people too. So please, no one is exempted from the thyroid malfunction. Get your thyroid tested. And when you have tested it, if there is a malfunction, follow up with treatment. Our general hospitals have endocrinologists who can attend to you. Go to any hospital nearby. They will refer you to the general hospital. If it is something they cannot handle, they will refer you to a general hospital where there are enough equipment and qualified doctors who can attend to you. If you are going through some of the symptoms that you do not understand, please get your thyroid tested. And to the women that are watching me, kindly go make it a yearly event to check your thyroid. Check your thyroid every year to know whether it is functioning well, because it is responsible for everything that happens to us as women and men. And women are more susceptible to it because we have more hormonal issues. If you gather 10 thyroid sufferers, 8 will be women, while the other 2 will be men. Because we women have to deal with a lot of hormonal issues, and that is why we have more women suffering from thyroid malfunction. So, Mrs. Lisa, what would you like to tell our viewers? What is a parting word that you would like to tell our viewers concerning your journey, how you survived it, what you are doing now to ensure that you remain healthy? What would you like to tell our viewers?
Thank you, ma'am. Please, viewers, try as much as possible to always go for thyroid function tests. Don't wait until when it is late. When all the symptoms that I mentioned, you find out, go straight to the hospital. Take enough fluids, vegetables, and make sure you stay hydrated. Take enough fluids. Like I am now, I'm fine. My beauty, everything has come back. You too can also do it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Lisa. I'm still your host, Florence Oketona from Echoes with Flo. We project the voices of women who have gone through issues and have come out victorious. And we're going to be having more women on this podcast. Stay tuned and continue to watch our podcast. Thank you very much.